Welcome to the Hawaii Ag Discovery Program of 2015. This program teaches high schoolers the importance of agriculture by doing hands-on activities to help kids grasp concepts such as aquaponics, plant pathology, Hawaiian culture, agriculture methods, and so much more.
5 years ago, 10 students started out on their epic ag discovery adventure in Hawaii. Now, 3 chaperones and Manny Chen will guide 10 new students on their own amazing challenges. These incredible tasks will require not only exceptional skills and knowledge, but infallible cooperation between teammates. The students will be facing off at Papahana Kuaola, Makapuu Lighthouse Trail, Honolulu Zoo, and Gilmore Hall at the University of Hawaii at Manoa.
Can these students withstand the heat of Oahu? Who will muster the right combination of brains, brawn, and teamwork to make it to the end? These are the questions weighing most heavily as we are ready to begin the amazing HADP race.
I expect to learn more about the plants and livestock that are in Hawaii. Since I've only lived here for about a year, I want to become familiarized with all the new local customs.
Well, I'm going to be graduating from high school soon, and I'm going to be going to college, and I want to figure out what kind of career I want after college and what I'm going to major in when I go to college.
Well, being from the Big Island and being involved with the agriculture and natural resources over there, I wanted to learn about a different island, see how it's different, and compare it to how my home is. And we're all connected, we're all one state, so being able to help each other and understand the ecosystems and how everything works in both places will be very valuable to me when I come back and work in the field.
I expect to find my career that is related to plants because it's better to grow plants and crops here in Hawaii because the good climate than other places in the United States.
Well, when I first heard about the program, I was really nervous about being here, but I also thought it was really interesting because I feel like Hawaii should be less dependent on the mainland and their imported food and grow more food locally here and sell them. Yeah.
I'm very curious about plants and I expect to pursue a career that is related to it because Hawaii has a warm weather all year round.
Well, coming here to Hawaii has been a great opportunity for me to learn more about the agriculture and the way people grow their produce, such as taro, bananas, papayas, corn, and a lot of other produce as well too. And so I'm going to come over here to Mano in the future, and I'm going to major in mathematics, and I want to learn how math can relate to agriculture in the future, since I love agriculture as well too.
I hope to find a career that will link forensics with agriculture because there are a lot of open jobs in agriculture and I really love forensics.
I expect to learn more about Hawaii, such as plants, animals, and basic everyday life. I live about 5,000 miles away, and so this nationwide club gave me the opportunity to come here, so I'm going to make the best of it.
From this camp, I hope to learn more about the agriculture and then the sciences that are available in Hawaii. Since I am from Phoenix, Arizona, I would like to learn more about Hawaii and how I can get into the different career choices and majors that I can choose in the future.
Welcome to the first leg of the amazing HADP race. Today we are gathered here today in the beautiful Kaneohe, Hawaii, here at Papahana Kuaola. Papahana Kuaola is one of the largest Hawaiian lo'i kalo farms on Oahu that teach students about the old practices of Hawaiian agriculture.
So here at Papahana, I hope to get in the lo'i and work. I come from Big Island, and every area on the island does it different, and I'm really interested to see how they do it and the culture that they're preserving in their process.
In this leg, competitors will get down and dirty, accomplishing 3 tasks. The first challenge, laulau making. Students must carefully prepare 3 laulau where pork, sweet potato, and breadfruit are embedded in succulent kala leaves, which which are wrapped in tea leaves and baked underground. Second challenge, students will malama the aina by pulling out weeds and invasive species that are competing with the native plants like kalo. The group with the largest pile of weeds wins. For this third challenge, students will be given the opportunity to earn bonus points, where their knowledge about the Hawaiian culture and traditions will be tested.
What are 3 canoe animals? The pig, the chicken, and the dog.
Yeah.
Correct!
What is a wetland taro patch called and a dryland taro patch called?
A dryland taro patch is called the mala, and a wetland taro patch is called a lo'i.
Correct!
List the following from smallest to biggest land masses. Ili, Makapuu, Maku, Ahapua'a.
No points.
What are the 3 picos in Hawaiian belief?
They got their crotch for procreation. They have their head for the god and ancestors, and they have their belly button for present and like family. Yeah.
Correct!
Name 3 ingredients used in laulau and the Hawaiian meal.
Pork is pua'a, sweet potatoes, uala, and breadfruit is ulu.
Correct!
I learned about some of the Hawaiian language, and I also learned about the importance of taro of some Hawaiian people, and I also have the chance to eat laulau, the cultural food.
By the end of our time at Papahana Kuaola, we had in first place Jenica with 26 points, followed by the Dancing Phalanges with 22, the Bras with 20, Full Hawaiian with 19, and the Mainlanders with 11.
For the second leg of our HADP Amazing Race Challenge, we are here at Makapuu to hike the Makapuu Lighthouse Trail on the east side of Oahu. For this challenge, contestants will answer review questions.
So today we're going to be reviewing the questions, and I'm expecting to be able to answer a good majority of them because we've been learning a lot in the past week, and I've been taking lots of notes, and yeah.
First question, and this goes to the mainlanders. What Aphis department would the job of dealing with genetically modified organisms be under?
Wildlife Services.
That is incorrect. No points. Second question goes to Full Hawaiian. Your question is, name 3 of the non-lethal animal control methods that you were shown by Aphis's Wildlife Services Department.
There is the net gun, the RC car, and...
Leg snare?
Oh yeah, leg snare.
Correct. Third group we have here is Dabras. Here is your question. What is the blood or tissue from a bird strike called?
Snarge.
That is correct. Fourth group we have here is the Dancing Phalanges. Here is your question. What does Aphis's Wildlife Services Department do to prevent the nesting of our state bird, the nene, at airports?
They set corral traps and trap them and take them further inland.
That is correct. Last question of this round goes to Jenica. Here is your question. Why is Hawaii the best place for developing GMO plants?
We can grow crops all year round, and also we're so isolated that it can cause contamination, and it won't go to the other states or anywhere else. It just kind of stay here.
That is correct. For the second round of this challenge, we will be asking all the competitors 2 questions at the same time, and competitors will write their answer on their respective whiteboards, and when we say that time is up, all the competitors will show us their whiteboards at the same time. Alright competitors, listen up for your questions. What is the nitrification process? You can write it in general terms if you don't know the chemical formulas. And also, what is the name of the snails that Tiffany studies in her lab? Here are your choices. Is it A, Conus magnus, B, Conus striatus, or C, Conus conus? Competitors, you may start writing. And that is time for all of our contestants. Now let's reveal the correct answers. The nitrification process in aquaponics starts when ammonia gets converted into nitrite, and then nitrite gets converted into nitrate. The snails that Tiffany works with are called Conus striatus. All of the contestants in this round had the correct answer. Congratulations. The competition is definitely heating up. Contestants, let's move on to our final round of the challenge. This is our last round of questions for our contestants. Starting with our first group, the mainlanders. Here is your question. What were the two types of flowers that we were learning about at the Magoon Research Station?
It was an orchid and the hybrid. What was the hybrid?
All I remember is like helping orchids have babies.
All right, that is incorrect. The contestants took too long in their deliberation. The second plant that we were studying at the Magoon Research Station is the anthurium. Our second group here is full Hawaiian. Here is your question. When using an immunochromatographic dipstick test to test for anthurium's bacterial blight infection, what would two horizontal lines indicate?
The first line would indicate a positive for the blight, and the second one would be a control strip.
That is correct. Now we will move on to our third question. Dubras, what was the purpose of the bags placed over the corn at Monsanto?
Oh, it's to protect any pollination from happening, so like they can control what happens. Like, oh, I can make this pollinate with this, so like any random pollinations and that, like it's controlled.
That is correct. For our fourth group, the dancing phalanges. In ancient Hawaiian times, what was a hukilau? And also, in modern times, colloquially, what does the term mean?
Hukilau is when the ancient Hawaiians would reel in the fish nets. They would bring in the fish nets. And it was sort of like a celebration because they got to eat fish.
Okay.
It's like a party where you get together and you eat food and talk, and sometimes there's dancing and games.
That is correct. And for our last group, Jenica, what is one of the problems that Kualoa Ranch has experienced with the oysters that they're trying to grow in their ancient Hawaiian fish pond?
They had to figure out different ways on how to filter feed the parasite out.
That is correct. Another acceptable answer would have been that they had barnacles on their oyster shells. For this last round of the challenge, a puzzle must be solved. Groups will need to piece together the given puzzle and solve the enigma it holds, reciting it to the audience. Everyone have their envelopes? Speed is key, competitors. Ready? Begin!
Today's challenge was really fun. We got to hike up to the top of Makapuu, and our team won the puzzle challenge, and that was really fun, and that put us higher up on the leaderboard. And it's a really good experience to know that we are remembering all the information that we have learned.
After the second day of competition, the race is really heating up. Team Jenica holds a commanding lead with 42 points, while Team Full Hawaiian holds on to second by 1 point at 31 points. Not far behind are Team Dancing Phalanges and Team Debras in a tie for third at 30 points. And in last are the Mainlanders, who trail them by just 1 point at 29 points.
Today we are at the Honolulu Zoo in the famous Waikiki for the third leg of the amazing HADP race. Among these caged beasts, slithery predators, and unique creatures, the competitors will become hunters. photo hunters, that is. Each group will be given a series of hints related to biosecurity of animals, endangered and invasive animals found in Hawaii, and animals relating to Hawaiian agriculture that will lead them to different locations within the zoo. A total of 5 photos must be taken to complete the search. Competitors, grab your binoculars, put on your boots, and strap on those cameras. On your mark, get set, go!
My initial reaction is to learn more about the Honolulu Zoo and some of the animals that we don't have back at the mainland.
In the 1940s, people hunted this bird relentlessly, decimating its population. They're endangered because of animals such as mongooses, feral dogs, and feral cats prey on it and its eggs. There are about 800 of these birds left in Hawaii, but this number is on the rise every year thanks to the preservation efforts of many organizations. This bird is Hawaii's state bird. Where can you find it immortalized as a statue?
1948, King Kamehameha III issued the Great Mahele, where the land was distributed amongst the native Hawaiians and foreigners. The start of the ranching in Hawaii was characterized by overgrazing of the land by cows, goats, and sheep. This led to the detrimental effects on the environment, accelerating erosion and ruining watersheds. Along the restoration projects and better grazing management, Hawaii's cattle industry continued to thrive. Where in the zoo would you find these grazing animals?
Feral cats, species Felis catus, are a big problem for Hawaii. They spread diseases, contribute to pet overpopulation, and prey on native birds. Humane efforts to control the feral cat population involve spaying and neutering programs and establishing feral cat colonies. Sterile. Where could you find the main large feline related to the domestic cats?
Hakuna Matata. Throughout Hawaiian history, pua'a, pigs, have been an important aspect of Hawaiian culture and lifestyle, their purpose ranging from food to demigods. Wild pigs have been known to destroy native forests throughout the islands and play host to dangerous viruses such as avian malaria. Where in the zoo would you find the pu'ua'a's carefree cousin from the savannah?
Nogindude. The endangered Hawaiian green sea turtle, or hono, is one of the few sea turtles that can be found within the Hawaiian Islands. Recent conservation efforts have been able to counteract the effects of pollution, habitat loss, and invasive species. Where would you find the largest land relative to the hono? This closely related species resides where Darwin developed his territory on natural selection. He also ruled on the banks of these turtles.
We just ran the HADP Amazing Race, and we learned about how each hint on the sheet of paper was given to us and how we could learn more from Hawaii and about the endangered species and how some of the birds or animals were relevant to Hawaii and how they can help.
In the lead, we have Jenica with 43 points. Tied for second place is the Dancing Phalanges in full Hawaiian with 41 points. In third place, we have the Bras with 40 points. And in last place, we have the Mainlanders with 34 points.
Welcome to the final leg of the amazing HADP race. We are here at the academic powerhouse at the University of Hawaii at Manoa in Gilmore Hall. Here, students will be introduced to the diverse and highly competitive environment that is plant pathology.
I expect to learn about plant pathology and identifying some diseases in plants, and I'm also excited to do some hands-on activities.
Competitors must identify and create a microscope cross-section of fungi. The group with the best cross-section in 45 minutes wins. Stable hands, keen eyes, and a calm head is required. Competitors, ready? Begin!
Philosticta cotynophila is a parasitic fungi that feeds off its host's leaves, which can cause rotting and leaf spots. Some species of Philosticta cotynophila can damage economically important plants such as the tea leaf, which we are investigating for this challenge.
The second challenge of the day will further fine-tune the first challenges. Competitors will first be creating their own tubes for picking nematodes using their eyelashes. Yes, I said it, their eyelashes. After which, they will be tasked with removing nematodes from infested waters. On your marks, get set, go!
Nematodes have the ability to successfully adapt to almost every ecosystem on Earth. They can thrive in conditions ranging from water to soils, and tropical conditions to extremely cold conditions. Today we learned about plant pathology and PPQ. We got to look at nematodes through a microscope. We also learned how important it is to see a plant pre-disease and post-disease to identify the disease, and we also read a script to find out how hard it is to find a disease and how alike it is to like CIS kind of stuff. Yeah. These are the scores after the teams participated in the plant pathology and microscope lab. Full Hawaiian leading with 51 points, then Dancing Phalanges with 47 points, the Bras with 46 points, Jenica with 42 points, and lastly the Mainlanders with 40 points.
During this program, I learned about lots of different careers in local agriculture and the different college majors and skills needed for each of them. The day that interested me the most was the day that we learned about horticulture and crossbreeding orchids and anthuriums. This day interested me the most because I found the process of creating new strains quite interesting.
After attending the Ag Discovery program, my knowledge of agriculture and agricultural technology in Hawaii has grown a lot. And Ag Discovery has given me a lot of learning opportunities, like working with professionals in their field of work. My favorite part of the Ag Discovery program was working with Matt Gu and winning the plant pathology sectioning lab. And it just showed me that I have talent and I can pursue a career in this field.
My time here at Ag Discovery has really been eye-opening. I really enjoyed learning with and from all these new people and being able to talk to professionals in the field. The similarities and differences that we learned from my home of the Big Island and this island of Oahu has really given me a bigger picture of my entire state's agricultural system. And knowing that will give me a better idea of my whole state's natural resources. And it'll help me a lot as I try to pursue a career in that in the future.
In the Philippines, they don't have system like aquaponics. Instead, they use soil, fertilizer, and water to grow crops. One day, I will go to the Philippines and teach the farmers how to build aquaponics and how to manage, and also I will tell them about very good background about aquaponics, that it saves more water than using soil, water, and fertilizer to grow plants. And also doing aquaponics is more better than using soil because the plants grow healthier and stronger than using soil.
The Ag Discovery program helped me find and realize jobs that there are in the USDA in Hawaii. I found it really fascinating to see the jobs and how they affect Hawaii. I really enjoyed petting the service dogs at the airport, and I also really liked canoeing with my new friends from this program. I think this program is really good because it gives you a chance to see jobs and opportunities, and also you make great friends.
This week has been great for me and we have done some awesome activities. What I enjoyed the most was when Dr. Tamaru talked about aquaponics and when we went to Mari's garden where we saw the actual aquaponics system. I am interested in plants and aquaponics is a new technology to grow plants hydroponically and using aquaculture. We learned the nitrification process, which is ammonia to nitrate. And aquaponics is very convenient because nutrients from fish are being used to produce plants.
The time that I had here at the Ag Discovery program has been an amazing experience for me. There are so many jobs that is related to the USDA and also other organizations that is similar to it that I was not really made aware of until now. And so I now know how math can be related to agriculture, such as like statisticians do surveys for like farming, and they develop procedures on how to analyze the results and the data from that. And so now I cannot wait to actually study agriculture for when I go to UH Manoa and also connect it with math.
During my time here, I've learned so much about agriculture. I had no idea how many different sciences and jobs go into it. I also found that there were a lot of fields for forensics that I'd be interested in pursuing in college. I also really enjoyed the Kualoa trip and the biotechnology lab, which has gotten me thinking about possibly becoming a rancher or specializing in genomics. Overall, I really think that this trip has taught me a lot about what agriculture really is and how many different career choices that I could have.
As when I grow up, I want to be a biologist, and from this program I learned that dealing with techniques in the field and even sitting at a desk, that they can be useful in both situations and how they can be used in different ways to help you with your job. And since I am from the Phoenix, Arizona, I came to Hawaii because I wanted to learn more about how they deal with stuff about their plants, agriculture, and diseases, and how it is different from the mainland and how they deal with it different.
My 2015 Ag Discovery experience has been overall amazing. We learned a lot about agriculture and how it's not just plant and animals, but there's a lot of different paths down that you can take, such as the dog detection activity, which was one of my favorites. So when I go back home, I'll be teaching a bunch of 4-H kids about what I did here, and so hopefully they sign up for an opportunity like this and also get to learn about the jobs that I learned about.